Hey everybody, I'm Amanda Day with Body Worth Premium Foods, here to give you some tips and tools to cook the perfect pork chop. Now these are the pork chops you will get from Body Worth Premium Foods. They are 12 ounces. They are double boned French pork chops. These are phenomenal. They are so delicious, and I'm going to show you a few tips to get just a fantastic pork chop. So these come straight to your door. They're flash frozen. So all you have to do is thaw them out. When you're using any meat, you want to bring it to room temperature before you add it to the heat. So what I'm going to do is turn my pan on here. I want to get it pretty hot. I'm going to turn it about to medium high because I want to get a nice sear on the outside. And you know, pork has a natural sweetness to it. It has a little bit lighter flavor than red meats, which is why you can add a ton of flavor to it. I want to make sure my pork chop is nice and dry. That's really important. So I'm just going to go ahead and dry it off. And then I'm going to show you how to make a great dry rub. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic, about a tablespoonful of brown sugar, and mustard. And that's going to balance out the sweetness of the brown sugar. A little bit of red pepper, cayenne pepper, and then I'm going to put rosemary, which is another classic combination for pork chop. And of course, salt and pepper. That's going to enhance all these flavors. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil right in my pan here. Make sure that's nice and hot. And I am going to go ahead, and this is one of those things you just get your hands dirty, people. This is the way you cook. So I just want to rub this all over my beautiful pork chops. And I will show you how we do that. We just rub that all the way in. And make sure to get the edges too. You want to make sure you're infusing flavor all throughout the meat. Oh, my oil is nice and hot. I am going to throw these in my pan here. There we go. Oh, it's already smelling really, really good. All right, so we have our salt, we have our sweetness, we have all these flavors, and I am going to let that cook off for about 8 minutes aside, a little bit less, a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip these babies over. Whoops. They have some really beautiful caramelization on the outside, and the flavors, you can already smell them because we've already added so much flavor into them with that little dry rub. So at this point, if you want, you can finish off your pork chops in the oven. You want to have your oven temp about 375, and this is just going to ensure that you have even heat throughout your entire pork chop. Easy enough to finish it right on the stovetop here, but that's another great option for you, just to throw it in the oven for about 10 minutes. Okay, so our pork chops are seared to perfection. What I'm gonna do now is just let them rest or sit on this plate for about 5 to 10 minutes after you cook them. And this just makes sure that your pork chop is juicy. If you cut into it right now, right when it comes off the heat, all of those wonderful flavors are just gonna flow right out. So we are gonna cover them in tin foil, like this. Okay, so we've let our pork chops rest for about 6 or 7 minutes, and they smell amazing. And I just want you to look at how beautiful this presentation is. How gorgeous is that? Wouldn't you like to put that in the middle of your table? And you know what I like to do on the side of this? And this is playing off all of the flavors we've just rubbed onto the outside of the meat. Chop up 2 Granny Smith apples and an onion and some garlic. Throw a little butter in that in a saute pan and put that on top. Unbelievably delicious and super easy. All right, I just have to try this. It looks so, so, so good. And because this is so much meat, it's 12 ounces, you really can, I mean, you could probably serve a family of 4 with this. At least I would. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's perfectly cooked. Looks amazing. So to find out how you can get this beautiful pork chop on your kitchen table, go to bodyworth.com. And also remember, the more you reorder, the more you earn reward points.